Sarah was reading late at night when a slow, deliberate scratching began at the living room window. It wasn't light or random. It sounded like claws dragging with intention. She hesitated, then pulled the curtain aside. A massive black dog stood outside in the dark, its yellow glowing eyes locked onto hers. But the strangest part, the dog wasn't breathing. It was completely still. When she stepped backward, the dog's lips curled into an impossibly wide grin, stretching far beyond what any animal's mouth should allow. Sarah gasped as its teeth pressed against the glass, scraping lines into it. Suddenly, all the lights in the room flickered and the dog disappeared from the window. Before she could react, a heavy thud echoed at the back door, followed by slow, heavy breathing inside the house. Sarah grabbed her phone, but the screen turned black by itself. The breathing grew louder, closer. Something walked across the hallway, claws tapping the wooden floorboards with unnatural rhythm. When she finally turned toward the sound, the black dog was already inside, standing inches away from her. Its eyes burned like fire, and its voice growled words no animal should speak. "You saw me. Now I'm yours." Story 2, The Shelter's Wrong Dog. Mark adopted a quiet white dog from a shelter. From the moment they left, the dog never blinked once, staring at him through the car mirror with unnerving stillness. That night, Mark heard scratching on his bedroom floor. When he looked down, the dog was sitting in the corner facing the wall, whispering something in a language he couldn't understand. In the morning, he found long fingernail-like marks on his bedroom door, too long and too sharp to belong to a dog. The shelter insisted the dog wasn't supposed to be adopted. The dog began changing, its neck stretching slightly longer each hour, its legs bending in wrong angles. Every time Mark looked away, it seemed a little more human-shaped. That night, he woke up to the dog standing upright beside his bed, its face inches from his. In a deep, distorted voice, it whispered, "You brought me home. Now I stay." When Mark called the shelter again, a trembling voice answered, "Lock yourself in a room. That's not a dog." It escaped, but the creature was already at his door, smiling. Story 3, Midnight Growl in the Woods. Emma went camping alone in the forest, but at midnight she heard a deep, terrifying growl circling her tent. Too deep for a normal dog, too intelligent for a wild animal. She peeked outside and saw an enormous dog with ribs sticking out like sharp bones. It stared at her tent as if studying her. More growls erupted from the darkness, 2 pairs of glowing eyes, then 4, then 6. Tall, thin, dog-shaped creatures emerged, each moving with unnatural jerks. They surrounded her tent, scraping it with claws that sounded like metal. Emma held her breath as one of them pressed its long snout against the thin fabric, breathing slowly, almost tasting the air. Emma ran into the woods, but the creatures followed silently between the trees. Their eyes glowed brighter every time she looked back, as if feeding on her fear. She tripped, falling onto the cold ground. When she rolled over, a giant dog stood above her. Its jaws opened wide, but instead of teeth, she saw human-shaped fingers inside, reaching for her. Story 4, The Neighbor's Dog Wasn't a Dog. Lucas always heard terrible howls from his neighbor's backyard, long, broken, and almost human. One night, he peeked through a hole in the fence. A monstrous dog was chained to a metal post, its limbs too long, its skin stretched tight. It watched Lucas with glowing, hateful eyes. The next night, the chain was snapped. Deep claw marks covered the ground, leading toward Lucas's house. He rushed inside, but something began circling the house, slow, heavy footsteps on all sides. The walls vibrated when it growled. Lucas looked through the peephole and saw the creature standing upright like a human, its long jaw hanging open as it whispered his name in a raspy voice. When his parents returned, Lucas was gone. The only thing left was a trail of claw marks leading into his bedroom and the neighbor's dog chain lying on his bed.